What's up, guys? Dan bringing you another episode of Vana Talk. We had the Bg Wiki team here with us. A lot of cool announcements, a lot of great talks, and shout outs to the Bg Wiki team for putting so much information for us for such a long time. Thank you guys so much. And thank you guys for listening and tuning into the podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We did have a little bit of technical difficulties at the end where my OBS crashed, but I'll try to edit that in. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys again. Peace. But yeah, welcome guys. We got the BG Wiki team. We got Funkworks, Chia, and Fake Queen Corey. What's up, guys? How are you guys doing?
Good. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely, absolutely. How's FFXI treating all of you guys right now? It's been pretty crazy the past few months, I feel like, with the updates.
I was surprised we had the 2 weapon updates in a row.
Yeah, I would have thought they would have spread that out like they did the Alata tier back in January.
Right.
I was surprised that it required Pulse since it was supposed to be for newbie people to catch up.
That too.
We kind of called that, though. We figured it would be Pulse weapons.
Yeah, I mean,
we didn't realize that they would be using previous Pulse weapons.
Right. I mean, nobody has ever expected that to come into play, right? But even before the final stage of the ambuscade weapon, the Aleta weapons some of them were pretty fucking gnarly. Let's put in, for example, the sword, extra Savage Blade damage on it, making Corsairs even transcend into their DPS, melee DPS form. And then you had the Decimation Axe that was introduced before it was the final form. It was still pretty strong.
I absolutely love the sword encore, so I wasn't complaining. I was hoping it got a bigger bump.
Oh, come on. Corsairs do not need a bigger bump. Come on.
Yeah, but I'm a hardcore core, so more. If I can hit 9/9 with regular physical weapon skills too, that would just be awesome.
That would be just broken. But what do you guys think about the final form of Ambuscade right now?
They're interesting. I am kind of surprised that they're as powerful as they are.
I'm surprised they gave the weapons to jobs that normally couldn't have them.
I like that though.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That makes things really interesting.
Like, I feel like it's kind of cucking a lot of people that sat there, spent time on building their Rimas, and even at rank 15, some of these weapons are coming very, very close, or even beating it. I think that's kind of fucked.
Exactly. I'm surprised because they pitched these as like one stage less. Well,
these weapons were supposed to be right.
They wound up being really good and almost equal or better. Like the polearm is ridiculously good.
Right. Egen did a lot of tests with it, and I actually had the Kaja Lance before the update, and I used it in my Master Trials 6-box attempt, and I used it for the Yagudo, and it was fucking pumping numbers out. And now, it's called what, the Shining one. It's pumping some fucking ridiculous numbers out. When I remember when Square Enix introduced these weapons, they were like, yeah, this is supposed to be like that nice medium where people that came back to the game have access to these weapons, and it's easy for them to obtain. But it's like they pretty much introduced it as like a starter weapon, right? Besides the 119 weapons that you get from other events. But I feel like it's a little bit too much.
Yeah, especially with some of them, I can see that.
They essentially, back to Core, gave Core finally a Rima in the main hand. I
mean, the Core's main weapon is supposed to be the gun anyway, right? But I don't know, man. Core has never been punished. Core's always had an update. and I don't know, man. It's weird. I don't know. I feel like it's weird.
I do think though, like on the Shining one, they might scale it back like they did years ago with some of the Empyreans and lower its crit rate that it can do.
It's from what I recall, it's what it's 100% critting, right, on the weapon skill, on both hits.
I think only if you wear crit gear, which I was surprised that it allowed it to stack with that.
Interesting.
It basically adds critical hit chance varies with the TP to every weapon skill you use with it.
Okay,
there's a couple of them that do that.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. I actually have been I haven't been playing in the past 2 weeks. So I haven't really been grinding it out and getting those weapons and trying them out. But yeah, I've been looking around and seeing some kind of fucked up things, and I don't know, man. It's weird. Let's just put it that way. But anyway, back to the BG side. Thank you guys so much, by the way. Let me just bring this out right now. Thank you guys for all of your guys' work on Bg Wiki. Obviously, it's the main source of information for a lot of players, and it's great for veteran players, returning players, new players, because you guys have guides out. You guys have job guides out, returning guides out. There's a lot of editors on there, and I thank you guys so much for the upkeep on it. And I just want to show you guys the gratitude. It's been amazing, and I hope you guys keep it up. And let's get a little bit of background with you guys and BG Wiki itself. So we'll start with Funkworks. Funk, when did you start with BG Wiki, and when did you start? I know you do a lot of the update, data mining, and getting all the information up there, like the new items and stuff like that. When did you actually start with BG Wiki?
So I'd say late 2012, early 2013 is when I.
What was
really
the content out during that time?
Was it? I think it was like pre-Adeline. I forget when that came out.
Yeah, that was shortly before that.
Right, Adeline came out 2013.
Yeah, so it all started with some data mining before that. Some people found the zone areas in the DATs. Then speculation began. But I came back I'm not really sure why I came back, but I stopped in 2009. Came back about then. My first big project in the wiki was the recipe pages, because they were.
Yeah. I'm trying to think when I swapped from Alakazam to BG Wiki. When was BG Wiki like the main source of information? Was it during the Abyssia stage, or?
No, BG was really dead in the Abyssia stage. Encyclopedia really was driving. That's why they're so ahead at that phase.
Right, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say Alakazam. I meant FFXI. My bad. But yeah. So it was dead during the Abyssia stage.
Yeah, so that's why we have like no content. To this day, we're trying to fill in the gaps in that era, but we still don't have as much as them. So that's why people go there until that phase. After that is when everyone says, after Abyssia, you go to.
Gotcha. Chia, when did you get into BG Wiki? When did you join the team, and what is your role?
Okay, I mean, I started editing like 10 years ago, very minorly, like, and with a different username. These guys don't even know who I was then. I'd say about 4 years ago, the job pages were a horrible mess. And I decided to revamp all 22 of them, and after that, Spicy invited me to be a mod. And then this goes into the part of what is my role. I was more the tech guy. I've set up some of our like image pop stuff that, you hover over an image and it pops up the full image for it. I was able to data mine off the server all of the auction house items so we could get auction house listings, because we never would have had those, and old wiki does have them. I don't do too much of the editing stuff, but I will set up new pages, and then Faye comes in and makes my designs look a lot better.
Okay. And Faye, when did you join, and what is your main role in the BG Wiki?
It's been a while. I want to say maybe 2014 or 15.
Okay.
But yeah, like Chia said, I mostly make things look better. I also a whole bunch of the images I've made myself, and I've just done a whole bunch of things. From the first really big thing I did, I think, was the artifact and relic and Empyrean armor stuff. And I've also fixed our bestiary, which was awful. We just had huge missing images for a whole bunch of different family types. I made those. Yeah, I upload a whole bunch of images and stuff, and I just make the designs look pretty. The Mog Garden stuff, that was me and a few other people. Yeah.
And it does, the website looks fantastic, and it upgrades. I mean, it updates, very frequently, and I really do appreciate you guys working on it so hard. It's fantastic, and it's continuing to get better and better. Speaking of continuing to get better and better, I remember seeing briefly people are able to make an account and kind of have something like what the auction house had, right? So you go to your own character, you're able to put in what missions are done, what job levels you have, etc., etc. I didn't dive too deep into it, but can you give me and the viewers and the listeners where that came from and what it's all about? Because I know that's fairly new, correct?
Yeah, we just started it.
Mm-hmm. So who actually started that? No, go for it.
Second here. Before we continue, I do want to thank Spicy, even though he's not here. He does do a lot of work with us. He does lots of random edits. And everybody has their own little job, as you can tell. And he does a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff. You don't notice it, but he does do lots of work for us.
Mm.
Well,
the automaton attachment pages, that was basically all him.
Two things I'd like to say. Once before we go to this, as for us updating a lot, I recommend everybody makes an account, because it actually, if you don't have an account, caches for a month or two, and you think we're not updating.
Mm-hmm.
On that level, actually, the new user pages you're talking about, that was actually all Spicy's idea. It's been one of the most requested features over the years, because Old Wiki had them, but not quite like this.
Okay. Okay, so... And I'll say one thing before we continue on this. Yeah, I know there's a lot of talk, and I'm kind of bringing up drama, but I'm not bringing up drama. Spicy Ryan, it's either you like him or hate him type of person. I really do respect him for doing all the work that he does on BG Wiki. I'm just gonna get that straight down. I do respect that all the work that he does. But as a person, not so much. But I do give him the respect for all the shit that he does. Let's just put it that way. And I know there's a lot of people in the game, in the community, that have mixed feelings about him. I'm on there as well. But he does.
We can say that.
Yeah, but
yes.
I mean, I've had encounters with him, especially on my stream as well, where he was being a piece of shit. But I do give him the credit where it's due, and he does do a lot of work on BG Wiki. And you guys, you guys are telling everybody that he does do a lot of work. I do see that.
I think he actually gets more tells in game than anybody else about the wiki itself.
Oh, I bet.
To be fair, all of us, well, him and Funk are the only people who have in-game character names that match our usernames.
yeah, for sure. Chia is different name on Discord, and Faye. I've actually nice to meet you, by the way. This is my first time meeting you. I'm not too sure what your in-game name is, but yeah. But yeah, I'm just gonna bring that up because this is gonna come up in the future. But I'm just gonna throw that out there. Anyway, going on to the user page. Talk to me about it. So
So, you know, we wanted the user pages because we hadn't had them, or we had really bad ones from, I'd say, when Wiki first started Funk, that nobody ever used. So Spicy saw that, the auction house isn't updating that often these days because it crashes because of guild work on that front. So we thought copying that information would be good. We have a ton of image pics that we can link you later, since we can't drop links, I believe, in your chat, so people can take a look at it.
Yeah. If you could post it in the DM right now, I'll post it in chat.
All right, I'll do that if you guys want to talk a little bit more.
Yeah, so think GeoCities 1990s websites. That's
Jesus
what we had.
Christ.
Yeah, it was really bad.
Wow. So where is it complete, this user database? Or
So nothing's ever complete on a wiki, so let's put it that way. We can always expand it. For the most part, it's functional for sure, You're not sure quite a few people using it now.
So how does this work? I create, okay, so for example, I create an account, correct?
So when you create an account, there's a 2-hour lockout because we have lots of spam bots. So the best way to combat them is to make you wait 2 hours before you can do any edits.
How do I link my character? How do I...
So we'll go into that later on, but let's just talk about the page for now.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
So everything's customizable. You can have as little or as much as you want, pretty much.
Okay.
So the first page here pretty much imitates the auction house page, what Guildwork was making for you before.
Okay.
At the very moment, everything has to be put in there by hand. So you can put your job levels, you can put your masters, as you can see, your craft. So you can also, I don't know if there's any kind of lockouts to prevent it from displaying false information. So it's definitely on the user to make sure everything's correct. Like, unlike Guildwork, how it's ranked, everything's verified.
So how would it verify if you put in false information?
I believe that if you put something in that's not right, like a spelling error or something, then it will just come out as nothing.
Well, what if I say, like, I have this Rima, and you actually don't have it? Like,
there's no verifying that.
Okay, so people, right. So people could actually make false accounts and say I have the biggest dick when they don't have the biggest dick.
Yeah.
And okay.
To follow up on that, though, there's no way on the wiki we could verify that as a wiki.
Right.
It's just not in there. And to be fair, Guildwork, it's very lenient. Players can fake all of that information too. Most players don't realize how to do it.
Right. I mean, this is more easier to kind of fabricate what you have and what you have not, etc. I mean, yes. I'm not saying it's important or anything. Like, who cares? But
if you feel the need that you need to fill in false information to have the biggest EP and whatever,
right?
I don't care. There's no ranking to it.
Right. But it's just an information for yourself, so you can actually, you don't have to dig in through each menu, and you can just look at this as a whole at the end of the day, and be like, okay, what do I need to do?
Tracker of sorts.
Right, correct. Like in a long time ago in the auction house page, when they had the assault trackers, every time you did an assault, you can kind of click it in and yeah,
exactly. They had the assault. They have merits. Now you can automatically fill in merits, but you can still manually do your merits.
Right. So what would there would be a way to alleviate this, right? So if you did have something, so if you guys did something with rooks, for example, create a Bg Wiki / auction house plugin where it syncs with your character, that would be a way to kind of, I guess, automate or make it more precise.
We figured that would come up. Actually, one of our mods has been working on an add-on, and I've been assisting them with it. Okay. That we can pretty much pull all the information that the auction house can't pull but it would still, and it'll auto-generate the files for you for your wiki page. It's still a work in progress with some of it, but the top image I showed you, it fills all that in. Problem is, on the wiki side, we can't make it verified for the auction house, but if Rooks wanted to use some of our code to pull it, it would be easy enough to do.
It would be like a team effort type of shit. I mean, that's super cool. I mean, it's something that might happen, might not.
So yeah, it's like an automatic code generation. We have certain limitations, just like Rooks does with the website itself, and we also are always looking after our server load. So we don't want people to spam update their pages every 2 seconds. Right.
That gets annoying, and that could potentially, especially if you have thousands of people spamming that could potentially fuck shit up.
But unlike the auction house at the moment, though, that can't pull like assault missions anymore, or like your current rank and nations and what other missions you're on, we've gone through the packets and now can pull all of that information. So it would be great if Rooks wanted to team up to finish that, since the old, what was it, Link Shell community beta disappeared years ago. Right.
The Link Shell community site. Yeah. That's how they linked all the missions and all that shit. That's how they cached everything. And that went down how many years ago? It's been a few years now.
I'd say 6, 7 probably.
Never came out of beta.
It can't have been that long.
No, it's been a long time. 7 is pushing it. I would say like a good 4 or 5.
Yeah, I guess you're right, because Seekers came out before it went down.
Yeah, because they had a problem with the eye level stuff, and instead of like fixing it, they were just like, close it.
Pretty much. Seekers came out 2013, so yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'll make a few phone calls to Rooks, and I think that'd be super. I think that would be a super dope collab. And I love it. I've seen, like I said, I've seen the pictures. Like a couple of the pictures that Chia sent me. I've seen it. It looks fucking super dope. And but yeah, another thing is, anybody can create an account and start editing the BG Wiki page. Is that how it works? Like any other wiki, or?
Yep.
Okay.
That's exactly how it works.
So how do you prevent the trolls from putting in bullshit or false information or stuff like that?
That really actually hasn't probably happened in years. Occasionally somebody will misedit something or not understand something and think he's fixing it. But normally that doesn't happen, and luckily Spicy likes to look at pages, and he checks to see that what they entered is correct.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, the worst we've had lately is spam bots, but it hasn't even been lately. It's been a year now at least.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, we haven't really had any problems with troll edits. There was this one time where someone decided to start shit, but we handled that very quickly and put it to rest, and it was done with.
How many people are on the BG Wiki team? You don't mind me asking?
So I'd say we have maybe, it really depends month to month. I mean, people come and go.
Well, the core. Yeah, the core.
Well, if you're going by the core, then like 2.5 of us at any given time.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Gotcha.
Over the last 3 years, what would you guys say? Maybe us and Spicy, anybody else? A couple other people have been contributing.
I'd say we have the 5 have been, because I believe the other, I can't think of his name. Didn't he come back lately? No, that he's a mod. Well,
he also does a bunch of edits. He's fairly consistent.
Okay, so we have about 4 or 5 admins. We have about, I'd say, 3 active mods at the moment, but 6 people are mods. And we have about, I'd say, 10 to 15 people that just do random edits throughout the month for us that are, in the chat with us.
Gotcha. Are you guys looking for more staff, or are you guys content? Because I know there's a lot of people that are willing to step up, but they just don't know where to ask, or they don't know where to go with that.
We're We're always looking. We would love to teach people as well. If you come in our Discord, if you're looking to edit, we definitely would have you.
Okay,
and if you want to, just create an account and go. You don't need to ask for permission. I mean, like we've mentioned, if something is wrong, we'll generally catch it and fix it. But we're not going to be like, ban Bob because he said that it's +5 when it's really +3. So, like, even if you make a wrong edit, that's okay. That's what the part of being the community is all about, and growing the site together is when we all contribute little by little. We make something nice.
Absolutely. And BG Wiki, this website has been all about contribution, all about people coming together, throwing their information out, stuff that they've learned, and look what it's become. We have this we have so much knowledge on this website. Imagine if we had this back in the 75 era. It wouldn't.
If this was in the 75 era and it kept active until today, it would be the only resource.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, we did have stuff like this back in the day. We had Alakazam killing Ifrit, but those are more forums. I mean, they were very I don't know. This is more in depth. This has more people active in it, contributing, kind of giving their opinions on certain things. Like some of the job guides that I look at on here, I'm like, okay, that's cool. It gives a nice starting point. I don't completely agree with a lot of it, but it does give a lot of good information on how the job is played or what the job is all about. Because, you know, nowadays when you level a job from 1 to 99, it's going to be power leveled, right? You're not going to learn how to play the job. You're not going to know what all the job abilities do and shit like that. But on Wiki, it's more in depth than, for example, FFXI Cyclopedia.
I will say, like, things like job guides, they do have a tag up at the top that says that they're an opinion piece, because obviously not everybody is going to agree on those.
Absolutely. But it does, like, for example, job abilities, right? It's not just it's not just a post of what the job ability does. Like, for example, they'll just copy pasta stuff that it says in game, like let me pull it up. White Mage, Asylum, grants party members a powerful resistance to enfeebling magic and dispel effects. Like, they'll post that, but then they'll post like kind of situations that you'll use that in. I don't know. It's I feel like BG Wiki has transcended the past informational FFXI websites, and that's all because of the community, and I respect that a lot.
Yeah, our standards are pretty high. We try to make everything uniform across the site. So if you're looking at, say, the Red Mage page, it looks similar to the Bard page, but of course they'll each have a separate information.
Right.
One thing we're trying to do is make sure all the item pages are the same, like the same layout, the same order of information, that kind of.
We also don't like to put opinion things and on like individual item pages or ability pages.
Right.
So they'll be just strict bare bones with possibly math formulas in there if that's relevant or whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, math formulas are definitely huge. But yeah, it's consistent, right? Every page that you go to, it's pretty consistent.
Yeah.
It has that, like I said, formula. It has that layout, that outline, and it's clean. That's the main thing. It's clean.
We do have our hidden memes here and there, and we have to have a laugh now and.
Oh, I gotta find. Wait, you gotta. Oh man, I gotta do
the riddle page. You can see them in there.
Oh wait. Let me. I can't spell it. Hold up. That's good. I love it. That's good. Wow, I haven't seen that in a long time. That was a YouTube video at one point, no?
Yeah, we even have a meme category. So if you search meme, a bunch of them are in there too.
Nice.
Like, we have hidden references to different games, you know, it's just something fun to do. But at the same time, we're still serious. Some people don't like it, but
it's fun. It's all fun. And the old school FFXI people would know what that means. You know what I mean? That's okay, so for BG Wiki, do you guys have any future things coming up? Do you guys have any new things that you guys are thinking about releasing? Or
the biggest thing is what we talked about, the user pages, the self generating code. There's more of that add-on too. Do you want to go into that, Chia?
So that's the main focus. That's the main focus.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're always having different focus points. For instance, as far as editing, like you mentioned, I did have a guide started here. Let me link it to it. It was something I was working on. I mean, it's basically the bare bones of the wiki base. You
know, how to edit a page. Okay.
Show how you want it to show. Like, we have a bunch of project pages too. So if you're looking for something to do, I can link to that as well. Yeah, I don't know if you want to share this.
Right. So this is okay. So this Sandbox Editing guide is pretty much a page on for people to if people are willing to kind of go in and want to start editing stuff or want to add in stuff that they, you know, that's not there. For example, like older items or stuff like that. That's pretty much what you're.
Yeah, I mean, when someone who plays the game, you know, probably wouldn't know anything about editing a page. That's why most people don't edit, right? They're scared to touch something and mess. But one thing to note is all of our pages have history, so every single edit is saved. So if someone goes and blanks a page, you can just revert it quickly.
Right.
So that's gonna be afraid of in this method.
Gotcha.
But as far as old items go, that's something I've been focusing on myself, is making sure all the old stuff is still up to date and adding things to that. Like, for instance, I've been going through every single key item recently.
Oh Lord!
And to do that correctly, I have a whole list of key items. You go one by one. You know, you don't want to miss something. You know, you have to be very thorough if you want to do something big like that.
Absolutely. I mean, there's thousands of items in the game. There's thousands of so many.
That's why we don't have. I mean, it's hard to just usually when we edit an old item, we come across it in game on our characters when we play. Right. We go look it up in the wiki, see if it's up to date. That's when we go in ahead and make sure it's current and add everything to it.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, it's not gonna be like, fucking. I'm just gonna randomly edit the pop item for the Ugalepi pendant, and like, you know what I mean? Like, that's just so random. Unless you come across it in game.
Yeah, if you come across it, sure, you can fill them out here and there. But for instance, one focus point would be like the Sky NM system. If you go to the Sky NM page, you can go from there to like the Spring Stone and all the pipe items, the Cortana, all that crap. Right. Then you go from there to the mobs, and from there to the drops. So you can get very sidetracked when you go to edit a project.
Oh, absolutely. I could definitely see that.
It's hard to make sure you cover every single point, you know? I mean, even we make mistakes sometimes here and there.
Everybody's human. Everybody's gonna make a mistake, so it happens. But I'm super excited for the user page. See where it goes. I can definitely see you guys working with the Auction House team, creating an add-on, doing something very cool. Because I don't know if you guys were here for the Rooks episode, but they're working on it.
I did also.
It'd be interesting.
If you want me, Funk had started bringing up the add-on, has more features that we didn't talk about.
Oh yeah,
this goes into what we're doing. So we have it also set up that you can do like searches from within the game, and it'll pop up into your browser, so you don't have to type it into the wiki, or you can like target a player and see if they have a user page.
Ooh, that's actually really cool.
Something else we're gonna try doing is maybe pulling from the wiki for, like, let's say you're on a mission and you want to look up the details, having a pop-up inside the game with the text. Now, because of Windows 4 limitations, it would only be text, but Windows 5, since they have that new graphics API.
Yep.
Once we get around to porting it to that, might be able to import some of the graphics into Windower also.
That would be crazy. So we need to have a threesome now with the Windower dev team and the Final Fantasy Auction House team. Let's go, dude.
I'm the middleman there since I'm on both.
Right. So you get it from front end. No, anyway. That would be something crazy. You know, I was so excited when I talked to the Windower dev team about the new Windower coming out, all the new shit that they've been working on, and you know, with the BG Wiki page, everything. Like I said, it's a community, man. Everything, like, all of us coming together and creating something fucking crazy like this is super exciting to fucking think about it. You go to somebody, right? You walk up to somebody and you examine them and you're like, I want to see what this person's all about. For example, if you're making a shout group, and I know this is kind of controversial, but you examine them and you want to see if this person's actually has gear, right? Like if you're doing a VD ambuscade, for example, and if you want to see if this guy actually has gear sets or stuff like that, and you could actually see if he does.
What really sucks is the people that are around now doing Windower or the auction house or even BG weren't around 15 years ago, because the game, or we all would have been tied together a lot more than we are, I think, at this point.
Right.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
It's, I don't know, man. Yeah, it's definitely.
Another aspect of the user pages we were hoping for is it basically gets people to register. That's the first step in having them help and edit with us. And when they have their own user page, everything interlinks, right? So it gives them a reason to go and say, hey, I can change this page.
Well, you gotta start a campaign. You gotta kind of get people to go do it. You know what I mean? Like, people don't know about it. That's the thing. People don't know about it. Sure, there might be like 1 or 2 pages, maybe on the auction house forum, stuff like that. But people do need to know about it. You guys need to kind of campaign it. And
to be honest, tonight was kind of that thing, especially to bring up the add-on so people know it's coming, that they won't have to fill everything by themselves soon enough. And once we actually finish the add-on, it will get added to the window or launcher, and we'll definitely make a post about it. So
absolutely. And if you guys don't mind me, I'll campaign it for it. I'll post it here and there for you guys, and I definitely want to get more people involved in it, especially if the masses can help you guys in any way. You know what I mean? Even if
hoping
it's
that, you know how people always ask, hey, what's that add-on down there? It shows you equipment. We're hoping that's what that happens.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I'm really excited. I'm really excited, guys. And if you guys can do something with, like I said, the trifecta, the auction house team, Windower dev team, it all interlinks at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't have one without the other.
And it'll be super exciting to see. Maybe we could have like one person from the Windower dev team kind of look at your guys' code or whatever and kind of get an idea, and we'll get like a visual aspect of how it can look in Windower 5. Bro, I'm with it.
Yep. Well, this is the first time we announced the whole add-on itself, so
Absolutely. And I hope everybody's excited. I'm excited. I'm not even playing the goddamn game right now. I'm actually taking a break. But I mean, that's for my own personal reason. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited. Now we're gonna go back to the game. There was an interview, I believe, a week or 2 ago. One of the devs said, FFXI is alive. There's gonna be something coming up, but don't expect it for 2-3 years. What do you guys' feels on that? I believe.
You mean the 20th anniversary thing?
Yeah. The 20th anniversary thing. It'll come in what, 3 years? Yeah. I think it's like in 3 years. I forgot where I read that from, but I know you guys saw that, right? You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, it's from the latest Freshly Picked.
There you go. Yeah, that's what it was. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, personally, I think it's cool they're going to do something big for the 20th anniversary, but in the same post, they're like, so we might scale back the content releases for the next few years. Well, they're pretty slim pickings already. So,
right.
Like, what do you want us to do for 3 years? Just wait around?
Like, you want me to just keep on doing Ambuscade and...
Yeah, I don't want this to be like they did before. Oh, the game's shutting down. The Final Fantasy, Xbox, and PS2 support's ending. Everything's over. No, it's only gonna be maintenance. And look what happens now. Like the media took that and ran. It really did hurt the game, in my opinion. How the way they announced that.
Absolutely. That means I'm just gonna unsub for 3 years, and once right before the 20th year anniversary comes, I'm gonna resub. That's pretty much like how a lot of people can take it, and I think it's pretty fucked what they did. How they announced it. I feel
you can tell the plans changed in the couple weeks there when everyone started unsubscribing.
So what do you guys see in the next?
I think I could see like a whole new wave of add-ons like the ACP and Shantoro's Ascension. Something that'll allow them up.
Before the 20-year.
Oh, before that. Well, Ambuscade's pretty much done now, right? Or are we gonna have more? You never know.
I expect them to upgrade the armor, and it's going to require that you have old salvage gear to do that. Maybe even 99 salvage gear. But
Ambuscade plus
in the next 3 years, I expected them to upgrade our Empyrean gear, but now it's like seeming like maybe not. Yeah, that would require building some kind of new content, I would assume, like they did with Dynamite.
Previously, in an earlier Freshly Picked, they did say that, I think it was this year, we're supposed to get some sort of new battle content, which should be the +2 and +3 Empyrean sets.
You are correct.
That was when Dynamis was almost finished. They said, oh, it'll be a little while, but we will have something coming this year. I think that was back in 2018, like ending. So whatever that is, it's probably going to be the Empyrean.
So you guys definitely... Okay, so Empyrean's definitely... We all agree that Empyrean's definitely going to come before the 20th anniversary.
I think so, yes.
I'm hopeful at this. I'm hopeful at this point, since they announced they're scaling it back dev-wise till then.
They're walking a fine thin line, man. I don't know. It's scary when they said that. When I read that briefly. Ooh, I don't know, man.
Well, they always have tricks up their sleeves. I mean, we got Ambuscade, that came out of nowhere. Omen was kind of shown before it came out. Dynamics Divergence, I think it was planned a little ahead of time.
They didn't really announce that one, though, until they dropped the first part of it. Like, it was obviously something was going to happen for the Relic and Empyrean stuff, just we didn't know it was going to be Dynamis again.
Yeah, Am Trove, even though it's just hardly anything, it's something too they dropped on.
I feel like Amon Trove was like a pay-to-win thing, man. I don't know.
I have to agree. The more mules you have, the more.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's a pay-to-win. Like that's their scheme to get more gil. And when I was streaming 11, a lot of people come into my stream and they're like, do you think they're gonna ever server merge again? They need to do another server merger. There's a lot of servers that with low population. It's not gonna happen again. They make enough money for server transfers, from bringing stuff from Azura to other servers and vice versa. There's not gonna be a server merger again, I feel like. And the
last merge cut everything in half. They can't do that again. They have to, if they do a merge, it has to be like 3 servers into 3 servers, something like that.
Right. It's not gonna happen. At the end of the day, it's not gonna happen again. They make a decent amount of money by keeping all of them up.
Server transfer fees, yeah.
So it's what, $18?
Yeah, they get
every 3 days.
On that for sure.
Yeah, and they do they cut it half off once a year ooh, whoop-de-doo. But that's when they make even more money, when everybody's fucking doing it.
Everyone's coming back. The population goes up a lot in May and November.
When they do that,
That's when they do the free months.
right?
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, I do see 11 still going strong. But like I said, with that 20th anniversary announcement, ooh, the way they came out with it, though, they could have done a better job. They should have just hired me to fucking say that they're doing something new. And yeah, they just came out with it all wrong.
But you know what happened? Like the media outlets all took their story up, and posted something.
I mean,
so it worked, It just had to wait 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, we can all say that their PR team is shit, but Final Fantasy is like a drug. That's why they have that message when you log into the game. Do not forget about your friends, your family, your work, your school. We all come back to the game. We still love the game. I have a lot of good hopes for it, for sure.
What they should have just did was announce in 3 years they plan on doing the 20th anniversary thing, but not ever mention that they're also scaling back the other stuff.
Yeah, they could just not told us. It would have been even better.
Yeah, that would have been so much better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It gives us something to tell the newbies. I'm thinking of picking up the game. Is it gonna discontinue? We can say no 3 years from now.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they don't really do anything to get newbies into the game. Yeah, you have to, like, I haven't really seen a player in Final Fantasy 11 that's brand new to the game.
There's not many. On Reddit, they post a few threads here and there.
I would say like if I'm being lenient, 5-10%.
I will say this. They did the refriender thing to get old people back, which I'm totally surprised about. They also do in Japan still advertise Final Fantasy. They never really did in the States. I don't know about Europe. I assume they didn't. I only remember ever seeing one commercial about Final Fantasy over the years in the US. They still do it to this.
I was about to say that I am on a mostly Japanese server, and I do see a whole bunch of new people with their little trial membership learner's permit markers above their heads.
But bringing their free trial back was awesome too.
Yeah,
that was a huge influx of people. What was that? What month was that when they had the free trial thing going on? That was
May and November's.
Right. That November. That's when there was a lot of people. I also remember this because Ninja was streaming on the private server, but there was a lot of when Ninja was streaming, I had a lot of people come into my stream as well, and there was a lot of new people that came into the game. They obviously were like, okay, this is two different things, the private server and this, but there was a huge influx of people. A lot of old school people came back, and I think at Zero was hitting like 3,500, 4,000 at that time, and that's huge. But
that's just overcrowded, period.
Right. But before I stopped streaming 11, there was a lot of old school 11 people just kind of lurking in my streams. I had Sinus from Apathy come in here. We had like a lot of old school people come in. But yeah, like, I don't know.
I still have old people coming back in game and giving me tells,
yeah,
they're coming back and lurking. They have lots of memories. They go in their storage and dust off their old PS2 unit.
But yeah, man, it's crazy how this game has survived and kind of revamped itself in a way, but it hasn't. I don't know. It's weird. This game is weird. It actually is a drug. And
I've quit like 4 times over the years and came back.
Dude, my last break was I took 2.5 years off, came back last end of April, May. Streamed it for 10, 11 months straight, hardcore. Some of you guys seen my streams. I went hard, dude. And I'm back on a break, man. It's rough. But this game has the longevity, and I think this is the only MMO that has had that longevity for, I mean, compared to any other game. What other MMOs do you think has the longevity like 11? That keeps the same like gameplay, I guess. Well, kind of.
I was gonna say RuneScape until you dropped that bomb.
Mm.
Yeah.
EverQuest, yeah.
Like, yeah, 11 has changed leveling aspect, right? That's the only major thing that has changed in 11, right?
You have to change though. I mean, if we had the same grind like back in the day, no one would play this.
The game still has the grind though. You still have the grind,
it should
right?
Be end game for Rimas, but leveling up. A new player coming in dying 1,000 times, no people to party with.
Nobody wants to do that shit. Come on, dude.
Yeah, that's why you have to adapt. I think they did a really good job adapting it the way they did.
Absolutely. And this always comes up. There are always gonna be like the 75 era fanatics. Don't get me wrong, I loved that era. It was very cool meeting a lot of cool people. There are people that love the game for just leveling and meeting new people and that weren't into endgame. I totally respect that. I totally get that. But the thing is, the game where it is now, it still has that community aspect. And we're still here, man. It's not the leveling thing, it's not there, but shit, it kind of is at the end of the day.
Yeah, I can see why people want to relive that, but I think it's good memories to have, camping Fafnir at 2 a.m. on a school night.
Right.
I think nostalgia gets to people a lot, but I'd be okay with a legacy server. I think SE actually should do one. They'd probably make some profit like EverQuest has done and WoW's thinking about doing or did.
They don't even have to put that many resources into it either. You know what I mean? Like, they just bring back the old codes. They have 1 or 2 GMs. That's it. That's all you do. You need one server. They don't need multiple servers for that. And I feel like Square Enix has the funds to outsource, have liaisons, for example, right? Bg Wiki, Auction House, Windower.
Dude, I want another community summit. That would be awesome.
Oh yeah, I just actually rewatched part of that the other day. Actually, since he left, they really don't talk to us at all anymore. Even on
absolutely not. No, absolutely not.
Not on the English side, anyway.
Right. Well, yeah.
It's really too bad. I mean, they could learn a lot, and we could learn a lot too.
I mean, I would say there would be more English-speaking players in 11 than JP-speaking players. 100%, man.
I think so.
I believe there would be, or are even.
100%. I would say 100%.
Depends on your server.
I'm saying in total. I'm saying in total population. I would think so, and having such a dope community, because not all the JP players are playing on vanilla play online. There's no fucking way. And
they absolutely aren't. They use 2chan. They have set up for Final Fantasy and Windower stuff.
Oh yeah.
It makes me wonder though, did they tune into our website to BG and update night? Yeah, I wonder.
I'm sure
probably because stuff I've posted gets transferred the next day. Like some of these enfeebling duration spells or like the full calculations I figured out. Yeah, they ended up on their website like the next day. So I'm sure they're also checking out your data mine every month.
Oh yeah, absolutely, dude. Come on. But yeah, I think that would be super. I feel like, okay, guys, this is just a theory, but I feel like if we had a community summit, right, and Square Enix sanctions, okay, we're gonna liaise on these third-party group, and we're gonna help them, or we're gonna let them help us enhance the game and have these functions inside of the game. It would bring more players into the game, I feel like, because you know what, the first mega boss of Final Fantasy 11 is fucking installing the goddamn game, right? And the second one is logging into the goddamn game. But we've kind of fixed that, and we've made the UI and the functionality a lot better than they have created, because they refuse to update it or do anything about it. I think
they put a lot of stuff in the game I'd never think they would have. You know, like the TP viewing, things like that.
I was surprised. They recently announced that they're going to revamp the installer.
I did see that. I did see that.
That came out of left field. I never would have expected they would touch that.
Nah, I saw it coming, because I'm pretty sure there's so many people pissed off buying the game, refunding it because they don't know how to fucking work play online or pay for the game.
I bet it's probably because they have gotten so many people on the help site that they want to cut that down.
Oh yeah, I mean, and they've been running the same function for how long? Forever. And it sucks. What can you do?
What they need to do, a lot of the newbie players, like we were talking about, not newbie players don't come in the game. They don't know about Auction House or the Reddit sub or anything like that. They need to update the community resources on their website. It's horrible.
Oh yeah. And like I brought up before, Final Fantasy bought a new domain. What was it? Play FFXI? Oh yeah.
They introduced that with a refund finder, right? That's what you're talking about?
Yeah. I was like, what is? They bought a new domain. They made this cool looking website. Like, okay, there's an airship coming in. You can see fucking Mizuru Coast waterfall. You scroll down, you see like a Twitch video. Refrender.
I heard you actually link that to Rook's last one. I don't know what website you're talking about besides the refund.
Okay, so this I'll post it. But yeah, it's a cool looking website.
Dude, how about those little remember the Marlboro Green Festival, that little video? That's a lot of production value to put into XI.
Oh my god. Are you talking about when they did the fan...
that little spoof of the cafe or whatever?
Oh my god.
The dating game one.
Lord.
Well, even before that, it was the Green Festival. Then it was the dating game.
Jesus.
I thought that was the same one.
I think they did two, right?
I remember the
dating game.
No, I don't think it was a dating game. They just did like a full blown 6-minute commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They first.
It was about drinking the Marlboro Slime or something like that, and then it had the head guy of SE in the video, and
no thanks.
it was pretty cool when it came out. It's like, wow, what is this? You know, you wake up one day and you see a XI video.
Right.
From Square Enix.
Oh man, so all right, last thing. What do you guys want, or what can you ask SC to do to bring, or what would you ask SC to do to make 11 better, or to bring your friends back, or whatever? What would be your suggestion to Square Enix? And let's start off with Funk.
Well, as far as bringing friends back, they all expect it to be the same game, and let's just put it bluntly, it's not.
Right.
So it's not everyone's cup of tea anymore, which is sad, but it's a reality. So in terms of what I want them to do, like I mentioned, I want them to acknowledge BG as a community website, legit community website. It'd be nice if they dropped their high horse and did that.
And I mean, I'm glad with the free trial. If a new installer would be nice. If they don't get rid of play online, whatever, it is what it is.
It is what it is, yeah.
Yeah, if they just acknowledge the community as being there, not some people who occasionally ask them website or questions in their website that get
right. Just
forums.
some third party shit that
Yeah, I mean, we're legit. They're learning to accept some windower features, as we can see with TP party and timestamp, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
They're not banning anyone for a windower unless you openly admit it, or
Right. Unless you're a fucking idiot.
Right? If they just acknowledge us in respect to the English community more, like I even asked them to translate their official Japanese posts, and they're finally doing it, even though it's like behind.
Right.
And then like the freshly picked, we had to wait like 2 weeks for, which is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not
Which is
very
not
good
fair
translations
about-
either.
Yeah, community relations is what I would hope for.
So that their community team and their PR team has to be. They need to step it up a notch. They need to hire me at the end of the day.
Like I could see back in 2000, when the internet was new, and you have to keep things secret, and that's how their basis is. But it's like
No,
things
absolutely.
change,
Absolutely, and like I said, when there's and I'm sure when there's more NA players than JP players, yeah, you gotta kind of cater to your mass players. You know what I mean? Like, come on, let's be real here.
Yeah, so that doesn't really answer your question, and that's what I hope for.
No, I get it. No, it actually does. It actually does answer my question. SC, you guys gotta do a better job on acknowledging the NA support, NA third party, NA community. They really haven't though, if you think about it. I can't think of one time that they did.
Yeah, BG was never an actual community focused website from their aspect, because they wanted to censor the hell out of the forum. They want every word to be censored, swear word, this and that, and they wouldn't do it. So that's why BG was never acknowledged on their website.
Chia, what about you?
I don't really see me getting any of my friends back, because like half the time I quit for like a month or two. I don't ever desub. I just wind up working on the wiki or windower. But on the community site, half those links are dead, and some of them actually link to malware sites at this point. So they just need to clean that up anyway. But my major thing I'd like to see them do is when they do like job adjustment or job ability adjustments, or they're half-assed. Sometimes they give us the information about it, and sometimes they're so vague about it, and it's stuff that
Damn it, Chia, that's what I was going to say.
I'm the biggest tester here, Faye. I'm going to, of course, bring this up. They need to just tell us what's going on, especially when they've given us information in the past to how it worked, and then they're just like, no, we changed it now.
Yeah. That's pretty fucked. Absolutely. What about you, Faye? I know you're a little...
Yeah, on that same note about just telling us things, like, with these new ambuscade weapons, I would have liked them to give us a little bit more information. Like, the sword, its attack bonus during weapon skills.
Right.
How much is it? I don't know.
Well,
I've heard reports someone's like 500, and I'm like, how many buffs did you have? What I need more information before I can have a number to put that on the wiki.
Well,
but
that's the thing, though, right? We've always gotten very vague descriptions and stuff like that.
Sometimes, but then other times they're like, the exact FTP mod for these weapon skills are now this.
True, yeah.
And I would like more consistency, specifically more information.
Absolutely, yeah.
Just more clarity. I mean, and they're also not very good when they are being clear, like how with the big list of all the Geomancer effects, how turns out regen and refresh and poison, yeah, that all caps at 900 too, not at 600. You're just wrong for some reason about their own game.
Right.
Or like magic accuracy with enfeebling spells. They said int matters. And they were like, oh wait, no, mind matters. Oh wait, nope, sorry. It's int that gives you magic accuracy on enfeebles, and mind increases their potency. And I'm like,
what?
This is your game score edicts. You should know these things.
Right. So just be
Also,
more
I really
clear.
wish they need a better translator.
Oh
Like,
my
Google is a
god,
better translator than whoever they
please.
have.
I could watch
Google
3 months. I could watch 3 months of anime and be a better translator. Jesus Christ, that shit is horrible. But yeah, I completely agree with you guys.
Well, thank God there's no more latent effect items. There's still some we don't even know how they work.
Oh yeah.
That's true.
I mean,
As far as
these.
hidden effect items, we don't know if there's any, but it's doubtful.
I mean, it's pretty crazy where we've come. Where we learned that Murasama Murray was like, okay, this great katana. Every time you weapon skill, it deals elemental weapon skill damage, and the Twilight Scythe. And shit. We found that out on our own. I don't think they've told us. Oh, well, maybe the Twilight. No, when they nerfed the Twilight Scythe, that's when we knew. But we already knew shit like this. You know what I mean? Like we came as a community and we figured shit like this out.
Like the excitement of finding something like that is really still here. You know, it's just
Absolutely.
That's enough. You know, sometimes you have to just tell us.
Yeah.
Sometimes testing is just not easy enough to, or you just can't test something.
Right.
It has to be told to.
Yeah,
Right.
like and also sometimes they just word things badly. Like on the new ambuscade, keeping with the new ambuscade weapons, the staff effect makes it sound like you get an aftermath style thing. No,
Right.
It's just straight how much TP you have.
Right.
Or the, weapon skill damage 10 neck and belt. Oh, never mind. That's FTP.
Right. But yeah, that's shit. I absolutely agree with all of you guys, and hopefully we can kind of put our word out there, and hopefully they will hear us. Hopefully. But we'll go into the Q&A section now. So if we have anybody in chat that has a question for the BG Wiki team, don't be afraid. Ask whatever you need to. Right now, we'll all be here, and we'll take that in for a few minutes. But again, I want to thank the BG Wiki team for joining me today. Funk, Chia, Faye, I really appreciate you guys taking your time. Come on and hang out. Oh, we had a pretty good talk. And I'm really excited to see what you guys are coming out with the add-on and stuff like that.
Well, thank you for having us.
Absolutely. And if there's a way for the FFXI players to support BG Wiki, well, is there like a link that we can donate? Or I saw on the top of the page there's a Blue Garter's yearly Rafflecopter Fundraiser.
So the Rafflecopter is our way of saying thank you, but also our way of asking for some support. All the money donated goes directly into funding the server. Even after our yearly raffles, we still don't have enough to fund the traffic.
Okay.
So the admins basically pay for the rest of it. But if you do donate $5, you get thrown into the drawing, and there's lots of different game-related items that we've given. There's also always a mega prize as well. Like last year, a couple years, like video cards and things like that.
Okay. So I'll get the link from you guys, and if there's any links that you want to give me to support BG Wiki, just let me know. I'll post it on on the YouTube and all that, and make sure to send me your guys's Discord page. But let's go into the first question. Ybot asked, how can we make talk/discussion pages better? Right now they're sporadic, poorly formatted, and full of old information. I'm interested in discussing things with other players on BG Wiki, but it seems difficult to do so.
Well, the thing about talk discussion pages, I'm assuming he means for like various items or
Probably
whatever.
battlefields.
Yeah. The thing about those is that the formatting is from whoever wrote whatever they wrote on those. That's where the opinion stuff gets relegated to for main item and main page stuff. So formatting wise, it is what it is. Generally speaking, it's also kind of archaic. We don't use it as much anymore, except to post like someone's hard math data or other such things on there from how they derived the formulas on the main page itself. If you want to have a discussion, I highly recommend that you come and join us on the Discord. That's mostly where we talk to the regular people now, as opposed to either on the forums or on talk and discussion pages. It's just a lot faster. Like, I have this on my phone, so I respond fairly quickly.
And if you want to talk to just like the average user that's not on our Discord also, it really comes down to you guys just put your input for the newer strategy, that since we're buffed more, or like if it has 75 information, just put your information above it, because honestly nobody cares about the 75 really at this point. But we also don't want it to disappear, because there are people playing on those other servers, or there are a couple people that still do 75 on retail too.
Right.
We also have traffic reports, and we see that some private servers link to us quite frequently.
That's true.
That is.
All right. Next question. Of all the 75 cap drama, what was your favorite? We'll start with Funkworks. Give me a juicy story, baby. Let me hear it.
Put me in a spot now. I'm trying to think about something. I don't know if we want to bring this up, but my favorite is definitely the encyclopedia drama that happened. That's why BG was born.
Ooh. Let me get my popcorn out. Let me hear this.
Just to preface this has nothing to do with the current admins of.
Yeah, nothing to do with them. They still are passionate about their wiki, and they do lots of edits now and then. But the people of the past who used to own it before it went over to Wikia.
Okay, yeah.
So basically, as a summary, one of the creators, Ganneman, I think that's how you say his name anyway, he decided to do a fundraiser over there. That's why fundraisers are frowned upon these days. Anyways, most of their money went directly to the staff. Very little went to their server and funding the server, which everyone thought was what it was being donated for.
Right.
At some point, he got contacted by Wikia to buy this site out. So they basically sold out. Taj's old BGer back in the day. He was the one who used to hack into the zones. Like, he would hack into the Wings of the Goddess zones before they're even released, and this and that with the game. He actually ended up getting a cease and desist at some point. But anyways, he's the one who found out the drama about Encyclopedia and it being so. And that just shit hit the fan then at that point. Everyone, their beloved Encyclopedia was actually crooks, and they're taking their edits, and all the community is the one who built that website, not just them. I'm not sure they started it, but the community was the one who contributed to it. And all their information and their data was basically being sold, and the admins profited from it and split different ways. They got the stock in Wikia and this and that, and cash donations as well. Ooh. That whole ordeal was my favorite back then.
Ooh, why did I not hear about? I was probably too busy about hearing about other drama, but
I mean, the link still exists on BG somewhere. There's a thread there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's juicy.
Through it all. Yeah, it's pretty good.
You gotta link me that later.
Old school people were disliking about Encyclopedia back then. But again, like Chia said, it has nothing to do with the current people. They're good people. All those other people moved on. They're over on Gamerscape.
Gotcha.
To my next point. That's
no, that was gonna be mine.
Okay. All right, now we're going to
even though that's the question was 75 cap.
I know. I stayed out of the 75 cap drama. My LS just did their thing, and we got our gear and didn't fight with people.
The biggest in-game drama would be Spike flailing at Fafnir with Mazurka. That was a lot of fun.
Of course, yeah. See?
The classic, dude. The classic. Chia, you gonna go next?
Yeah, I mean, the biggest drama I really saw at 75, since I stayed away from it, was just like you'd get a new guy that joins your Dyna shell just to steal your time or know your times and stuff, or spy on other things for like H&Ms, or like the couple times, you know, because you could kick somebody out of your Dyna party back then, and they could still lot the whole time.
They could still be in the zone and just lot their shit on solo, unless they, as long as they're not dead.
Yeah, it's like, seriously?
Oh my lord.
But yeah, the other big drama, which is more recent, is since there is technically a third wiki out there, it's the old wiki's old original team. They split off the old wiki like 3 years ago because they got cryptocurrency locked. I don't know what it's called. Ransomware. And they thought that was cool and okay.
Interesting. Huh. Damn, there's a lot of shit that I don't know about. I need to do my homework and look up all this shit.
Yeah. So they basically uploaded a copy of Cyclopedia because their website got ransomware, and so they lost everything. So they decided it was a good idea to copy a version from, what was it, like 2016 or something? Like
yeah, it was about 2 years ago.
3 years after they sold it. All their contributions they have nothing to do with, so they decided to upload their copy of their website to theirs to get their backup back, you know. With no credit at all to the originals. Like, they basically went in and changed everything from Cyclopedia to Gamer, and that website's still up and running now.
Oh, and for like the first 6 months, it still said old wiki on everything.
Yeah, like it was buried in the whole website. So if you find straggler pages that still said Cyclopedia and linked to their images and all this.
The homepage was the exact same homepage for like the first 2 weeks. They couldn't even change the homepage.
Yeah.
Yikes, dude. Yikes. Alright, and the last one, Faye. What was your favorite drama back in the 75 or that era, that old school Final Fantasy era? I'm gonna rephrase that question.
Well, I don't really have anything from the 75 era. My 75 era days were relatively boring and uneventful because I was in high school, so I never really played that much. So I never really got into like endgame things back then.
Okay.
But this one time in the 99 era, back with Abyssia, I randomly wound up being in charge. Well, I randomly wound up having alliance lead for a worm party. And we were down a couple people. And so I was like, okay, I'll shout for people while I dump these merits. And so I shout for people, fill up fairly quickly. And we're down to one last slot. And this guy sends me a tell and is like, and 2 people send me a tell actually, basically at the exact same time. So I immediately told the second person who showed up in the log second, I was like, sorry, someone just beat you by half a second. So I say, okay, first person. He's like, what job? And he's like, samurai or something. I don't even remember what it was. So I invite him. And then he zones. I'm like, okay, whatever. Invite him again. And doesn't accept. And I'm like, okay, this is odd. So I look for him again, and then he's suddenly in a party, but not just in a party, he's the lead of a party. And this was before trust. So he made a part, he said, I want to be in your experience party, and then joined up with a real party. I'm like, okay, I guess you don't want experience. So I immediately then, and this was like 20 minutes of me. Long story short is guy decided to be a dick with some link shell friends, just killing worms and blaming it all on me. And so that was fun.
Unfortunate, and sorry, the fucking stream died midway. My OBS fucking crashed. That's pretty fucked. And
no, it was funny. Everyone in the party was like, "Why is he saying that you did this?" And then I told them like everything that happened. They're like, "That's terrible. We should report him." And I'm like, "You don't have to report him, guys. He's just an asshole. Ignore him." But everyone was like, "No, mass report. Do it." So that's why I find it funny.
Ugh. Oh, I've had a lot of
app drama was also pretty good when Taj released the list of everyone who bought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had a few people on that list that actually didn't even buy that list.
Yeah, that's true. It's just if those who don't know, the FF app was basically something you bought for I think $25 or something. But
Yeah.
then it basically linked with everybody else who bought it in your link shell, so you could straggle your times to claim it, and then when it pops, this is to combat the anti
lock claim. Yeah,
was going on for
claim lock. Yeah.
Yeah, so the Taj hacked their website and basically got a whole list of names. Half of them, or probably I'd say maybe 10% of them, had the server they were from and their in-game name. The rest of them were just a big long dump of names. So if you control F'd the list, you could find your name.
When was that?
Oh, that was like, oh
That
my
was right before
lord.
They got us, I think, right?
That was like 07, 08.
Yeah, 08 sounds about right.
Yeah. That was juicy drama, dude. That was all over BG Blue Garter forums.
Yep.
I don't even know if that thread is still up.
It's there. I saw it.
Is it? The list too?
Yeah, the list is still there. Nothing really gets deleted off there unless it's bad content.
Oh man, the best was like, remember back then when there was like server transfer, beware, don't accept this guy to your link shell.
Doing link shell banks and all that.
Oh yeah, that's always good drama too when people stole the LS bank and server transferred.
But people caught him real quick.
Yeah, they always described the in-game character, because you could change your name, but you couldn't change the character look.
And you're gonna be that douchebag that idles in the same thing in town.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I finished my relic, but I'm gonna keep wearing it when I server transfer. No, not 2 months later after I transfer.
Yeah. But yeah, that was shit. I can't believe my OBS crashed like midway through that. Sorry, Faye. I'm gonna try to compile it. But guys, I'm really excited. I'm really excited with the user page and all that. With the add-on, and I'm super excited with that coming out. I thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I thank you guys so much for putting all the effort and putting all the resources and time that you guys have into BG Wiki. You guys
find ourselves editing the wiki more than playing these days.
True.
Yeah, kinda.
I get bored of the game and just start either editing or working on something window related.
Right. I mean, when I started streaming, I was like, okay, I'm gonna play for myself and try to like grind out all this gear, and then at the end of the day, like I was just getting gear for people, and then it just like kind of got grueling, and yeah, man, it happens, but like Rooks, for example, he still works on auction house shit, and he doesn't play, like, you know what I mean, like, it is what it is. And but still, at the end of the day, I still appreciate you guys, and thank you guys so much for all the work and support that you guys have been doing. And I'll get the link from you guys later for all the, if people want to donate or want to contribute editing, or want to donate money, or for the servers and stuff like that. Just let me know. Hit me up on Discord. Give me the links. But thank you guys again for joining me on this episode of Vana Talk. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Oh, no
Thank you.
Glad to be here. It was fun.
Yeah,
it was really fun. Thank you for the invite.
Yeah.
Look for our add-on to come out pretty soon here. Got more information,
I'm excited. I'm gonna hit up Brooks and then and the Window team, and maybe we could do a trifecta. We could do a threesome on a super add-on, hopefully. And yeah, man, thank you guys so much, and we'll talk again soon. We'll do like a super joint podcast with a lot of the guests, and kind of like shoot the shit with everybody.
It'd be fun if you get a lot of people back, the community teams.
Oh yeah, if we had the whole community lot in one show, I think that'd be super fun. So we could talk shit and kind of see what we can do to help each other out. I think that'd be super dope.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Did we have any more questions, or is that it?
No, I think that's it. I think that's it for today. I'm gonna have to edit this a little bit hard later because of the crash. But thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. No, go ahead. Any last words?
I just wanted to say one last thing though. If anybody has a cool idea for BG but they can't do it themselves, you can always drop in the Discord and let us know. I've made a couple of custom user page things that modified the wiki for users, and somebody thought up of like the tab idea, and then we implemented that.
I'm super down for that. I'll post the links. I'll post the links for your guys' Discord. If you guys can give me your contact, if one of you guys want to take responsibility for contacts or something like that, you know, like contact me if you know you have questions or stuff like that. I'll grab that from one of you guys or whoever wants to do that. And I say Funk needs to do that, but
I was gonna say it's gonna probably be me or Funk.
But thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for joining me. It was super fun.
One last comment.
Yeah. Last thing. Let's go.
I'm gonna plug my own little project I have.
Yeah. Plug whatever you guys need to plug. We'll start with Funk. Go for it.
All right. The history of Final Fantasy 11. We were talking about as a drama. Big project I was working on for a couple years now. Took a little break, but I'm gonna hit it hardcore. Basically talks about the release of the game, the development side of the game, all the patches, players' thoughts, negative and positive. It's a really big nostalgia read. Anybody who used to play at 75 cap will really enjoy it. Definitely takes you a couple hours to read through everything. I'll make sure we link it here as well.
For sure. And Chia, any last words?
Yeah, I want to say, because I didn't mention his name, I only said moderator, but Gamer Given's the one that really started the add-on. That if he didn't do it, we wouldn't be where we were with it on the user page add-on / BG Wiki add-on in general.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he does stream now and then. You can have his channel.
Oh yeah, I've seen Gamer Given. He's a dope dude. He does like he has a school out in I think Africa or something. He's super cool, dude. He has that Dolores Discord add-on or bot or something like that. Super cool, dude. Yeah, give me the links. I'll post it up on the YouTube. I'll post it in my Discord as well. And if you guys aren't in my Discord, you guys should join my Discord too. I have a group for the community, FFXI community, and yeah. And Faye, if you have any last words to say for the podcast.
Yeah. Anyone listening, just go out and edit. If you see something that has really bothered me is when someone will say, hey, blah, blah, blah is wrong on the wiki. To which I say, so fix it. If you see something wrong, fix it. If you think something's wrong, change it. Edit. It doesn't matter. You could be wrong, or you could be right and you just helped who knows how many people.
Yeah.
But just go out and make edits.
Absolutely. So you guys heard it. Don't be afraid. If you think something's wrong, just do it. Nike logo, sponsor me.
Yeah, as much or as little as you want to edit. None of us are paid for this. It's just our passion.
Yeah. And if you don't know how to do something, but you want to do something, just ask.
You guys heard it here, guys. Thank you guys again, BG team. Appreciate you guys. We're gonna be down here. I hope to speak to you guys again soon. Thank you guys so much. I'm so excited for that add-on coming out. Keep us posted. If you guys are in my Discord, throw something in the hashtag Final Fantasy 11 section. Be like, hey guys, we got a little teaser for you. And thank you guys so much again. I hope you guys are gonna join me on a group episode we're gonna do here soon. And thank you. Appreciate it.
It was nice being here.
Yep, I'll definitely join if we do a group one again.
For sure. And Funk, thank you again. Thank you for your
problem.
update streams, man.
Yeah, everyone's really enjoying them. Hopefully, we have something to show the next few months with the lack of updates like this. We'll still be here doing it.
For sure, for sure. All right, guys. We're gonna end the episode here. Come chill. I'm gonna post some links that I got from Chia and from Funk. But thank you guys again. I'll see you guys soon.